So it seems like Sony is trying to do damage control as they're trying to boast of having strong ties to Japan despite actually having a lack of focus on them. Well, funny enough, the Bloodborne producer has now left Sony as well. Yeah, not looking too good for you there, huh, Sony? Hey, what is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having a wonderful and fantastic day today, and if not, hopefully you all will have a better tomorrow. So apparently, a producer from Sony has left. Now, this is another issue where it seems like more and more people have just been jumping ship from Sony because we've been seeing publishers from Japan leave, and yet here we are now with the Bloodborne producer leaving as well. Which we're going to get into all that, but when you look at the sales with Sony in Japan, the brand, they know it's a damaged brand, so people are not buying it. Sony's been trying to push their politics into everything, push all their agendas into games, and people have not enjoyed it, along with their terrible censorship. Well, Sony has now been trying to really throw in that damage control, as their entertainment CEO has been talking about how they have strong ties with Japan, despite how an insider came out recently and talked about how they were not even focusing on Japan. We're going to get into that in just a moment. So this is the tweet right here from Masaki Yamagiwa, the producer of Bloodborne, stating, "I'm leaving Sony Interactive Entertainment at the end of this month. I'm going to continue working hard on creating games. Many thanks to everyone." Now, what's interesting is still creating games. Now, this could be because of one of two things. One could be leaving because I did hear that there was a studio that also did shut down that Sony had in Japan, and he could have been working with that studio. But then that does leave the question, why would he leave Sony in general? But, I mean, that's something to think about. But the second one leads me to the idea of Sony's strict policies and a lot of the changes they've been doing and censorship and issues like that. That could be another possibility, but I don't know. Just suggestions. So, this article from Gamatsu here, Bloodborne producer Masaki Yamagiwa to leave Sony Interactive Entertainment Japan studio at the end of February. Masaki Yamagiwa, who was a producer on Bloodborne, Deracine, and Tokyo Jungle, will leave Sony Interactive Entertainment Japan studio at the end of February, he announced on Twitter. You can see his Twitter statement there yet again. Yamagiwa did not further detail his future plans. The developer's leave is the latest in a series of high-profile departures for Sony Interactive Entertainment Japan studio. Teruyuki Toriyama, who was also a producer on Bloodborne, as well as the Demon's Souls remake, Soul Sacrifice, and others, left Sony Interactive Entertainment Japan studio back in December. And Silent Hill, Siren, and Gravity Rush creator Kichiro Toyama left alongside colleagues Kazunobu Sato and Junya Okura earlier that month to form the independent Rakkei Game Studio. Now, when you think about this, I mean, look, all of these producers are leaving. You have Japanese publishers that are leaving. And then you had the leak where apparently somebody was talking about how Sony themselves, they just aren't really focusing on Japan. And with all their changes, the policies that they've been implementing, the agendas in their games that people don't like, and then the censorship, it's not looking good for Sony, and they're a damaged brand, and you can tell. And of course, speaking of damaged brand, they had to go for damage control, because this article from Senkaku Complex here, Sony Interactive Entertainment CEO boast of strong ties with Japan licenses. A recent interview with Sony Interactive Entertainment President and CEO Jim Ryan disclosed various matters the company is up to, though many will likely have a negative opinion regarding Ryan's statement of having strong ties with Japanese licenses. Oh, yeah, right. Who believes that they have strong ties with Japanese licenses when they're over there censoring their games and publishers are leaving? That's a telling sign that they don't have good ties. If they had good ties, then why would people be leaving in the first place? That's really something to put into question at that point. If you had good ties, then why are people backing out? Why are they jumping ship? You see what I mean? Creating independent studios and going elsewhere or to the Switch. If you had good ties, then these publishers and producers wouldn't be leaving. You know what I mean? Like, they wouldn't be leaving if they had strong ties. That's already a bad sign right there, and this is basically damage control. So we're going to take a look at this interview, the statements here. So here are the statements. The interviewer states, Astro's Playroom was developed by Team Asobi, but many Japanese game fans are looking forward to new titles from Sony Interactive Entertainment Japan Studio. Do you have any information about the studio's new titles? Ryan responds, nothing I am able to comment on at the moment. However, Team Asobi's Astro's Playroom was truly outstanding. I'll have more to say about this at a later date. And, it's funny because this is where he goes into the damage control. So look at this one right here. So this statement. Sony Interactive Entertainment has other worldwide studios in various countries, but are you considering game development centered around these studios in the future? Ryan responds with, we're really happy with and proud of the PlayStation Studios titles released by our worldwide studios. Some have already been announced, and others are in wait to be announced in the future. Also, Sony Interactive Entertainment has strong ties with Japanese licenses. So going forward, we would like to continue to strengthen that cooperation and develop titles made in Japan for PlayStation fans around the world. You see, this is complete damage control on Sony's part, because while they're saying they had strong ties, we already know of the statement that was made earlier within, 2 months ago, I think it was? It was about 3 months ago, where there was an employee that came out and stated that they were not even trying to focus on Japan at all. They were not focusing on them, they were focusing more on the West, which we've been seeing more and more of it. We saw where they've been censoring anime games, and Galgun Returns wanted to stay loyal to their fans, and they didn't return to the PS4. Now, Galgun Returns, if you know the history behind that game, well, it started on the 360 in Japan and then was on the PS3. And, well, now that it's coming back, which it's already back actually, thing is that it's everywhere on the PC and the Switch, but not the Xbox or the PlayStation. You also have Abyss of the Sacrifice, which is now on the Switch, and it has no release on the PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 4 either. Same with Galgun Returns. And that's kind of funny, because you would expect that while Abyss of the Sacrifice, it started on the PS Vita, you would think that it would go back to its roots, but instead it hasn't. Which, if you think about it, it's very telling. And, with them reportedly censoring violent depictions of games as well, yeah, that's kind of something. Because recently this article came out about where they had Naruto Ninja Storm 4, where they had the scene with Minato, even though he's a reanimated human, they had his arms obviously get just completely amputated in the anime, but then they don't have that in the games because they don't want real damage to humans, despite the fact that the game is fictional. It's not in a realistic setting, despite that they try to say it is. And, this just goes to tell you, with also the agendas that you've been seeing Sony try to push, The Last of Us Part 2, for example, where they allow amputations and mutilations to go on in that game, that seems fine, but if it's an anime game, it's a problem, apparently in their eyes. And then, with Abby, just tossing her over a table and, getting it on. Apparently they don't mind spicy scenes either, but if it comes to like a 2D anime girl or something like that, then yeah, they gotta censor that because they can't stand it. Sexy woman bad. It goes to show Sony's double standard. And then, with this article right here, PlayStation brand is in decisive decline in Japan, research firm claims, and Sony accused of not taking Japan seriously. This right here goes to show that Japan knows that Sony is a damaged brand. And this is why it's not selling well over there, and it's just been doing poorly in Japan for a change. Because they've been pushing all these politics, they've been, getting woke, they've been going after anime games and censoring them. I mean, look, the fans that have supported PlayStation for years have been completely betrayed by Sony and PlayStation. I mean, they've been absolutely betrayed. And this is why they know it's a damaged brand at this point. This is why people are moving to PC or to Switch, because they know that they can get games that aren't going to be censored, that are going to be the way they were intended to be. And this interview here just sounds to me like it was damage control, because Sony keeps losing publishers and producers. And it goes to show that they are just digging their own grave and losing customers, and Sony's getting exactly what they deserve for what they've done. But anyways, let me know what you think about this entire situation down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new here, and make sure you are still subscribed, because YouTube is unsubscribing people from all their favorite channels. So make sure you are still subscribed to all your favorite channels. Hit the video with a like, and also be sure to share the video on social media. Spread the word and get it out there. It's greatly appreciated, and it really helps out the channel a lot. Also, be sure to follow me on Discord. We have a wonderful community there. Not only that, but it will keep you up to date on when the newest videos will be released, as well as any other upcoming events in the near future. So be sure to follow me on Discord. The link is in the description down below. But anyways, I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful and fantastic day today. And remember, if today was not a good day, tomorrow can always be better. Take care of yourselves and everyone around you. And have yourselves a good one out there, everybody.